Hi, I want to make a little video about the Oximeter. Check this out. I'm going to stand up so you can see it better. This is my, the 100 at the moment is my saturation level of oxygen, so that's healthy, but 99, 98, 97, it's all good. And my heartbeat is around 70, right? So the oximeter measures your heartbeat and also your saturation of your oxygen. Now you can, especially when you feel sick, like and maybe if you think you have corona, you will see a drop in your saturation level. And yesterday I wore the oximeter like the whole day, testing things. I love to do this. So this is what I want to share with you in this video. I benchmarked myself in the morning, like what is my basic level. It was like 98, 99% saturation level oxygen, heartbeat 60. Then I went to hot yoga, and I've started again this week, so it was my third time this week, but I haven't done so for 5 months. Corona, baby jet lag. I got a bit, the yoga studio was closed for a few months, but I also got a bit lazy. So I stuck to my morning exercises. So I was thinking beforehand, like my heartbeat is going to spike like crazy, during hot yoga. And at the moments where I was like, it's really getting too hot, I just took it easy. I sat down, I dried my finger, I put my finger in my oximeter, and I checked my heartbeat. And, I was expecting 120, 130, 140. It was 80, so either, that's one of the things I want to talk about. It might not always be right, but the heartbeat was right, I reckon. So my heartbeat didn't spike up. Now that is possible because I do like daily training and I always am active. So although my mind was saying like, this is really, like a lot of workout you're doing, my heartbeat wasn't going up. It was like, my body recognized that this is what you do. And, like we're not impressed basically, so heartbeat spikes up to 80. From 60 to 80 is like almost nothing. Like my heartbeat now is about 80 as well. Saturation level during hot yoga. I was expecting it to be constant, somewhere between 97 and 100. But it dropped to 94, 95. And then, of course, when you do exercise, you use your oxygen, right? So that it's normal that your saturation level drops. After yoga, it was again up normally. Then I was picking up my child. So get on my bicycle, drive, like to the school. It's like 2 minutes or something, measuring my heartbeat. And then my heartbeat was again 80, so it didn't really drop. I'm forgetting something. At the end of hot yoga, you are calming down, and I'm good in calming down by slowing down my breathing. The 2 words that make you happy is slow down your breathing or breathe slowly. And I was expecting my heartbeat to drop to like 50, 60, but what happened? It dropped to 70, so in exercise, it rose to 80, and in the relaxation, it dropped to 70. So, my body was not very impressed. Okay, then I was on my bicycle, I put my finger in, and it said a saturation level of 80. I was like, oh my God, something is wrong with me. But then, my heartbeat was around 80, so bicycling is also something I do every day, so my body is not impressed. And then, you cannot trust these machines always. So 80, I was like, this is not normal. But within a minute, it was at 98 again. So it the saturation level sometimes gives an error, so don't take it too seriously, please. And then, of course, I did a few rounds of breathing. And first, normal Wim Hof method. My heartbeat went up to like 90 during the faster breathing. And then during the breath hold after breathing out, it dropped to 55, 60. Saturation level goes up to 100 when you're breathing faster, but then in the breath hold, it dropped to like 70, 75. Now then you take a recovery breath and it goes back to 98, 99 again. You know, and just very shortly, but there's more videos about this on YouTube from me. In that temporal, at the end of your breath hold, that temporal drop in your oxygen level is a very healthy thing. It's called hypoxia. It's a temporal state of hypoxia, means like temporarily you have a really low oxygen level and relatively high CO2. So your blood is like pretty acidic, basically. Now, of course, if you always have like below 90, there's something wrong with you, you know, like you may have an illness or something with your lungs. You want to do breathing exercises. But during a breath hold, the saturation level drops to much lower than 70, 75. This is probably also because I do a lot of breathing, that my body is used to it, you know, like I put this machine on the finger of a Swedish guy during a course in Sweden, and it was his first time he did Wim Hof method breathing, and his saturation level dropped to 37. I've never seen that before. For him, it was like an amazing state of bliss, by the way. Like, and then with the recovery breath, it went up to somewhere around 100. Now, the temporal state of hypoxia is healthy because your kidneys, they recognize there's less oxygen in your blood, and they make the hormone or molecule, I'm not sure, you know, like, don't hang me up on terminology, please. Let's say it's a hormone, EPO. And EPO is making red blood cells from the red bone marrow. Yeah, so during the temporal state of hypoxia, low oxygen level, 70, 75 with me, but it can drop much lower, especially if you start out, is creating EPO, and therefore you will make more red blood cells. And, you know, like according to Wim, it balances it out. So you cannot make too many red blood cells by breathing techniques. So you don't have to worry about the illness, the autoimmune illness that you have. Your blood is too thick and you have too many red blood cells. It's basically leaving it up to your body, resetting your body, and you will have an optimal amount of red blood cells. Red blood cell count, it's also called. Yeah, that was about, you know, like the summary of one day. If you were wondering, no, I didn't have sex with this thing on, you know, like that will maybe be an update in the next video. Oximeter costs like 20 euros, $20 somewhere on Amazon or something. And it's really interesting to check your oxygen levels. Because if you have something going on and your oxygen is like normally below 95 or like below 90, you would have like a issue, and you can fill those extra 10% up by breathing techniques. So check it out, you know, like test yourself. Don't believe what I say, but check it out for yourself. Anyway, this was my summary of one day of wearing a oximeter. And I hope you find this interesting. I do. If you like this content, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you really want to be annoyed every time I post a video, you can hit that notification bell. Thank you for your time. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.